Hello everyone, welcome to Success Wisdom. In this video, we're going to talk about 7 helpful tips to get rid of your debts. If you're new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. The average American has $58,604 in personal debt, and the average balance on their credit cards is over $1,963. The average student loan debt for the more than 70% of Americans who took out student loans is $33,000. Here are the steps to take if you ever find yourself in a similar situation or if you want to pay off personal debt as quickly and painlessly as possible. I'm talking about your personal debts, which do nothing but make your life a living nightmare and cost you much more than you need to pay. I'm talking about any kind of debt that you don't need, like high-interest credit card debt, a personal loan, or even student loan debt. Basically, you should pay off any debt that doesn't make you more money as soon as possible. Here are 7 really easy ways to do that. As a first tip, you should figure out how much money you owe and how much interest that money is costing you. Then, for the next 30 days, you should write down everything you spend. You should know down to the penny how much money is coming into your account and how much is going out of it. Most people don't know where their money goes each month or how much they spend without even realizing it. For example, the Chipotle steak bowl you bought the other day or the $4 latte you bought this morning. We're going to lunch with your co-workers for $20. The thing is, you don't think of these charges as that big of a deal, like $8 charges here and there. It's not going to make that much of a difference. So when you go and track your spending, I think it will be pretty eye-opening for you to see the effects of how you spend your money over time and exactly where it goes. Even if you're not aware of it right now, if you really want to keep track of what you spend, you can use software or other tools. The second tip is to make a list of all your costs once you've gathered them all. The first will be your list of things you need to buy, and the second will be your list of things you wanted to buy. On the list of things you need to spend, you'll have your bare minimum food budget, your bare minimum housing payment, your bare minimum insurance payment, and anything else you need to actually live. This is all about making a starting point so that you can figure out how much you can spend. This column can be anything you want, but if you don't start right away, it won't be the end of the world. When you're done with this part, it will be very exciting. I'm excited because this is where your new budget will start. You'll turn that list of things you need to buy into your whole guide to saving money. Then, you'll use the money you save to pay off your debt, and then we'll move on to the next step. The third tip, which is the hardest but must be done, is to go through your list of things you want to spend money on and cut out almost everything you don't need to spend money on. I know it sounds harsh, but if you're in debt, you really need to cut back on the things you enjoy until the debt is paid off. For example, you don't have to have dinner with all of your friends at TGI Fridays. No, you can usually find a way to cut your list of things you want to spend a lot less by either getting rid of them or finding cheaper alternatives. For example, if you go to a bar every week and spend $45 on drinks, you could go to the grocery store and spend $20 on an entire bottle of whatever you want. Then go to the bar pre-game and just order a cup of water for free. The fourth tip is to look into debt consolidation. Depending on how much debt you have and how much interest you pay, this could help you save money and lower your interest rate. Here's how consolidating your debts works. Let's say you owe $30,000 on 4 credit cards and a personal loan, and the average interest rate on those loans is 20%. Instead of paying off 5 different loans with 5 different interest rates, you can combine them into one loan with a possible lower interest rate than the others. Now, you only have to pay off one loan. Also, if you have a lot of credit card debt and can't pay it off all at once, you might want to transfer the balance to a credit card with no interest to save money on interest. When you move the money to the second card, you will usually have to pay a balance transfer fee of 3%. However, this is usually much cheaper than paying an interest rate of 27% on another credit card. Going and getting a personal loan to then pay off all of your credit card balances works in a similar way. So going and getting a personal loan to then pay off all of your credit card balances could save you money again. Just be responsible with everything. And don't get a personal loan to buy a Ford Mustang GT instead of paying off your debts. Don't do anything stupid with it if you get a personal loan. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. The fifth tip: if you cut back as much as you can and are living on the bare minimum, but you are still not making enough money to pay off your debt, there's no way around it. You need to make more money to pay off your debt. You could get a second job, do something and decide, or work more hours. You need to make more money. Plain and simple. I don't like giving answers that are too obvious, like, well, if you're in debt, just make more money. The sixth tip: you have 2 choices when it comes to paying off your debt. The first method is the snowball method, which was made famous by Dave Ramsey. According to this blend, you should pay off your smaller debts first, then slowly pay off your biggest debt until it's gone. Dave Ramsey says that paying off the smallest balances first has a lot of psychological benefits. Seeing your debts get paid off faster gives you the mental boost you need to stick with it for the long haul. Also, paying off the smaller balances first should give you some extra cash that you can use to pay off the larger balances now that you don't have to make a monthly payment. I agree with this point of view, and I have. The last thing you need to do to get out of debt is to figure out what kind of debt you have. I have a sneaking suspicion that most people who are in debt don't really know how much debt they are in or how much interest that debt is costing them. This is why it's important to go over your finances so you can face this problem head on. Write down all of the money that is owed to you, including any credit card debt you may have. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, do give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Thank you and goodbye.